So the chant in regards to aim, Haborym, aim, or Aini is ZBVI, second word, ZEZTV, third word, HVXLIV, fourth word, capital ZRN. You know, just capital in the first. Zvezdav Zern. 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 So, for Venus, we have 221.23 hertz, which is an A in the 32nd octave, 103.7 beats per minute, 442.5 hertz over 440 hertz, plus 9.6 centimeters. The traditional tone attributed to the sphere of Venus is an E major through an F major. F sharp, Mixolydian, and mode 5 is what the ONA says. Plants for this symbol include yohimbe, wisteria, do not ever plant wisteria, violet, vetiver, vervain, thyme, strawberry, spearmint, rose, saw palmetto, savory, salep, red sandalwood, red clover, primrose, pomegranate, peppermint, pennyroyal, orris, patchouli, oregano, orchid, myrtle, muskroot, musk, mugwort, motherwort, melilot, marjoram, maidenhair, lovage, lily of the valley, life everlasting, lemon verbena, henna, lady's mantle, elder, cardamom, dittany, dogwood, deer's tongue, and I'm sure many more. Of the mythology related to Ain, it is said that it is a strong duke over 26, appearing as a handsome man with 3 heads, a serpent, a man with 2 stars on its forehead, and a calf, riding a viper, holding a fiery brand towards setting fires to places, to buildings, to cities, and how perfect. With all the forest fires, 22 states, last I heard, had significant forest fires? But beware, those who worship Ain, Haborym, Aini, they may become arsonist. James Donahue says that energy radiates from its head, and its body is like a serpent coiled on attaching to that left serpent head. Oh, it would be the right from our point of view now, wouldn't it? Some say it's for atmosphere control. Atmosphere control. Daemon. The Black Witch Coven equates it with Realm, the unicorn demon, number 40, and says that it's Marquise. So let me go into some of the lunar symbolism. You got Dorian, G major, and mode 4, which is the music according to the One, the sphere of the moon. C through D majors would be the traditional lunar sounds. And as a duke, it would have been, people would call it forth in the morning in clear weather. In my rituals, I would mention the evening. But whether you're a karcist or an exorcist, let not such restrictions confine you a bit. Don't know where the glare is coming from on this thing. Scientifically, we'd have a 210.42 hertz, which is a G sharp in the 29th octave. Mid-afternoon to sunrise is the time for the Marquise rituals, according to the Goetia, except under the Elemental King. And the Elemental King. What would the Elemental King be? Would it be God of fire? Certainly, if that is the quadrant. But let's double check here. Ga'ap is also what this says. See? I have it color-coded according to the Elemental King in a way of thinking. And you may experience differently, but that is my impression of the rituals as such. Godsandmonsters.com says that the stars of this betrayer of secrets are pentagrams. Now, which pentagram is that? Are your body, So if you think about it, the 1 point down is the more spiritual of the pentagrams. By the way, that's fire vanishing. Because, because this side would be fire, and then that point would be fire. And that point would be earth, spirit, water, air. Michael Ford says that it's an artist muse. Stephanie Connolly says it's for burning more than physical barriers. Little Doom Witch says it is of self-development, force of will, inner divination. And so we're looking at hibiscus, water lily, willow, poppy, reed, lunaria, oak moss, jasmine, Irish moss, hibiscus. Something I would, you can put Scottish moss and Irish moss next to each other and see which one wins. That's a little gardening sort of thing. Anyways, no, there's actually plants that fight each other, but I don't know if there's any fighting each other. But you could literally put the one next to the other and see if they win. See, the Irish have won. Well, I have Scottish ancestry more than anything else. Well, not more than anything else, but definitely more than the Irish. Very little Irish. It took a long time to find any Irish in my ancestry. Chickweed, coconut, cucumber, bamboo, camphor, agar-agar, and love camphor. 210.42 hertz, G sharp, the 29th octave, 98.6 beats per minute. And there's more to it than that. But remember your brass vessel. Even if it's just paper, it's nice to get a little container for all these little things, because one's getting a little thing, but it's like you can feel it. You go over here and you have your mystical things in their containers. It sort of gives it a talismanic quality. By talismanic means I'm not saying that one's full enough. It's like, I'm not going to worship, because some people are like, well, I don't want to worship God, but I worship this stick, I mean, really? Worship. But anyways, so my first experience with these rituals would have been 2011. And I'm going to start there. So July, I'll go into the language later. July 12th was a Tuesday. Oh, and I discussed both the aim and the epos workings with someone whose channel is Raven's Sacred Voice, I think is the name of his YouTube channel. I'm not sure at the moment, but anyways, 9:17 through 9:41 p.m. No additional verses that time around. Herbal garden growth was a scent offering earlier in the day. 9:17 through 9:41 p.m. I felt cool, temperature-wise. It seemed like something landed behind me without but a sense of its presence. I saw a clear, black bubble unevenly around me. The forms in the mirror blurred, and colorful layers moved over each other. My whole physical form pleasantly throbbed. My eyes flowed over. I was tingly as I saw particles through out the air. Without seeing myself, even in the mirror, the particles were like black blobs you couldn't see through. And let's look at some of the language. And in the language becomes some elements that you may not be familiar with in dealing with what is said about these. You have I'm, with, unto, as, neither, between, to, among, toward, like, by, mighty. Is see a mass, but it's also people, men, folk, nation. So when they tell you Emmanuel means God is with us, no, it doesn't. There's more to it than that, but anyways, it's a title that was used for people before that. Yum is terror. Oh, aim is terror. Glue, if not are, when, whether, doubtless, while, neither, saving. Am is bind, glue, strong liquid, arm, mother, dam. And ab would relate to father, but it would also relate to snake. But anyways, 2012. Let's get into another experience. The second working. At least I think it's the second working. We'll find out at some point. So I would have used John 18:20 Ephesians 5, 9 through 13. Meshli, that's Proverbs, right? 11, 9 through 15. Matthew 2, 7 through 12. From the Quran, I got 2, 205, 6, 59, 58, 7 through 3. And those verses would cover the issues that you're going to typically find in the grimoires. But so July 11th, 2012, 9:34 to 10:21 p.m. I felt dreamy. I felt a presence behind me over the entire middle of the room, from south to north. It was a different room. In a space 3 feet wide. I saw before me like green spheres everywhere, all clumped together in a way that they lose some of their spherical shape. I felt heady. I felt pressure in on me from every direction. I was pleasurably warm. I felt pressure in on me from every direction. I was pleasantly warm. I saw yellow sparks that were like fist-sized diamonds. The air thickened. Like ripples down me, a fluttering joy descended from within me and filled me. I was utterly content and relaxed. I felt a series of peaks of happiness that brought tears to my eyes. There was an increased sensitivity that wore off about 11:09 p.m. So just 12 minutes shy of an hour afterwards. And earlier in the year, I had started to feel, it started in my horizons. Sometimes I would see like gems. And I think that's the year that it started, 2012. But anyways, some more language, and we get to see what the symbol is typically drawn as. You might want to use grayish or silver too, because a marquise is definitely something being mentioned. I'm the Aramaic, the ancient Aramaic, with, unto, as, neither, between, among, to, towards, like, mighty. Aim, glue, if not, not, are, when, whether, doubtless, while, neither, saving. In the Greek, we have aima, blood, bloodshed, murder, life, vigor, strength, relative, blood relationship. You get ahem in Latin, the explanation of joyful surprise. In is. We have, again, you got I, or ai, in Greek, always, forever, ever time. Again, in Greek, we have ma, which is an affirmative word of protest. And that's where I'm going to close that. But let's look at... Oh, that's not good. Let's look here to see if there's any detail that would be missed. But not really. So let's turn to the ancient Egyptian. You got Am, which is the hearts of the dead. You got Ai, which is donkey-headed. Incidentally, it is said that the early Christians were mocked in their mythology by some of the Romans and said, "Oh, the crucified donkey," and they would depict it. But this doesn't make early Christianity before that historical. It just says that about 100 years later, or decades, after Paul's ministry or during Paul's ministry, people were starting to say that. You got Amatu, which is believed to be a god in the heart, in the boat. Terror boat. Okay. You got Amu, which is thought to be a fire god, which is, that totally fits in with the mythology of it helping you start fires or provoking you to start fires or something. But anyways, I'm not seeing any aim working. Arnie. Oh, that's why. It was Ramadan. So I wasn't, because as much as these are extra workings, there's sort of a change that happens. And this year that change happened during, it happened starting in May and ending in June. And I felt it as usual, not as strongly as I have in some years past, but let's start looking into the hematite. The hymn. But recognize that these represent the Enochian workings, particularly the keys. Well, the keys, they represent the interaction between the spiritual realms and, mythologically reenacting these things, aka a ritual, brings some of these things out. But anyways, Yod, 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 Yawn, 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 yawn. Ooh, you heavens which dwell in the 25th author, the author of change, light judging energy, ruler of the waters of torment, the equitable, who controls his thoughts, the ruling will,
mighty in the parts of the earth, and execute the judgment of the highest. To you it is said, behold the face of your God, the beginning of comfort, whose eyes are the brightness of the heavens, which provided you for the government of the earth, and who runs equal varieties, furnishing you with the power of understanding to dispose all things according to the providence of him that sitteth on the holy throne, and rose up in the beginning, saying, the earth, let her be governed by her parts, and let there be division in her, that the glory fix may be always drunken and vexed in itself. Her courses, let it run with the heavens, and as a handmaid let her serve them. One season let it confound another, and let there be no creature upon or within her the same. All her members let them differ in their qualities, and let there be no one creature equal with another. The reasonable creatures of the earth, let them vex and weed out one another. And the dwelling places, let them forget their names. The work of man and his pomp, let them be defaced. His buildings, let them become caves for the beasts of the field. Confound their understanding with darkness. For why? It repenteth me. I made man, one while let her be known, and another while a stranger, because she is the bed of an harlot, and the dwelling place of him that is fallen. O you heavens, arise, the lower heavens underneath you, let them serve you. Govern those that govern, cast down such as fall, bring forth those that increase and destroy the rotten. No place let it remain in one number. Add and diminish until the stars be numbered. Arise, move, and appear before the covenant of his mouth, which he hath sworn unto us in his justice. Open the mysteries of your creation, and make us partakers of undefiled knowledge. Madre actus prav. Até kes mirzend abuars ronglam Mikausanirkaoskan fifis bausisras Yeda Nanka Nansa Gahurim Mikmadoyan Mariaud Bleorm Saba Soba O Anna Kes Luketias Peripsal Sabrahasa Nankaf Nansaf Netaib Kaskean Tilman Bahatam Blaz Dot Nankaf Nansaf Gimekauzoma Lrasen tafkla bjare doigo o torzut yaudaf gohol kasko tabaord sanir on Christias your poil telmel bus der telb no one paid or spa Andarumne, Dodrumne, Zliena Elzaptum Pange Peripsax, Antakulust Baptis, Lanebam of Cosimp on Christeas Ogtoltorn Mirka Teobel Lelton Pomben Dilsmo Aspean on Christeas Oglator Torn Parak Siemp Cardzis Don Paula Defaus Lesmanan Odd Farget Bumzamask Conisbra Odawax Tanag or Scotbull Noasme Tam Ges Leoethmong Unke Unki Unke Tilmors Banglema all chordses Lakatamao Ixomaxip Odd Kakakasum Gasa Baglin Tayanta Babylon Odd Telak Vadim Mareax Tazawareax Oroka Abo apre tabaore preazartabasadrapon corstadabix yo campreazde arcoazior ad quasum katend Ripper Pox Sagakor Bumlar Pardzar Kakarg Kakurg Hoi Vea Kormbut Torzam Zakard Zamran Aspet Simse Batmanadus Surzas Diabaltan Ada Kikleka Ada Zazma Plaple as a wind from the southeast and a tingling on my face. A bush of a blue-green appeared around the stone. Somehow, I could see through it. I feel very content. Things were clear and wavy before me for a bit during. It's like I'm throbbing on the left back side of me. My eyes have returned, and I'm returning to my regular state. So unless I get a comment right now. Fitharzi Vomsarg. Peace be upon every one of you.